Hello, St. Joseph Church. My name is Zach Bohannon, and I've been a member of our parish for as long as I can remember. I've been blessed to have received 3 of my 4 sacraments at our very own altar: reconciliation, Holy Communion, and confirmation. To be completely honest, I still hold a grudge with my parents that they chose to baptize me at St. Mary's, blocks from where my 3 brothers and I were all born at Mercy Hospital in Iowa City, instead of at our church's baptismal font. Thanks for messing up my perfect Catholic life plan, Mom and Dad. All kidding aside, regardless where my life has taken me, whether it was traveling the country for basketball, to basic cadet training, college, military assignments, or my professional civilian career, including in New York City and Chicago, my Catholic faith has always been the one constant and my guiding light. I've been extremely fortunate to have built my solid foundation right here in this parish. For that reason, when I moved back to this area to lead the efforts of the new Marian YMCA project, I befriended Father O'Connor, who was a few years into his highly impactful tenure at St. Joseph. Not long after this, the infamous pandemic hit, and coincidentally, I was called away for a few months on military orders, or as Father Dave jokingly called it, spy school. Upon my return from an undisclosed location in early 2021, Father asked for me to join the Faith in Our Future committee. While I initially requested for some time to discern my ultimate decision, I knew in my heart that I couldn't say no, or I would be condemned to purgatory, or worse, for all eternity. Thus far, you have heard from all but one of the Faith in Our Future committee members, with the exception being Doug and Michelle Brock, who will be speaking next weekend to wrap up our campaign. While the last nearly 2 years have been trying times to listen to as many parishioners as possible to gather their feedback, our committee has continued to stay steadfast that St. Joseph's needs several areas of improvement, prioritized by importance. As you have heard, the number one priority has been to prioritize the sanctuary, including adding a new entryway, gathering space, and cry room, among other things. More importantly, while Father has by no means dictated any specifics, he has fostered an environment for robust discussion and decision-making, utilizing each of the committee members' unique talents. Throughout this process, one thing became a non-negotiable for our group, including Father, and that was we must beautify the worship area and sanctuary to update our initial 1977 design. Unfortunately for you all, this will not be the last time you hear from me. Father has graciously asked if I would be willing to take the role of building committee chair as we kick off the next portion of our project, construction. While we still have some more progress to make, our tentative timeline will be to finalize all contracts by the end of the year for this first phase, which includes, as mentioned, adding the larger entry area and beautifying the sanctuary. This phase is set to begin construction in the spring to summer of 2024. Again, our goal is to try to minimize impact to our services as much as possible, with the expectation to go through a little short-term pain for long-term gain. However, given we'll be renovating portions of the external and internal components of the church, we will be utilizing the school gymnasium for masses for a small amount of time, still to be determined at this moment. I would like to reiterate, our building committee will prioritize to limit this disruption as much as possible, but disruptions will transpire. As building committee chair, I have promised we will keep this dialogue as transparent as we can. Additionally, I have full confidence our excellent building committee of 7 other highly valued members of our parish will provide invaluable insights to make this happen. My plan is to provide monthly updates to you all starting at the end of this year and lasting throughout construction. More to come on this in the months ahead. As exciting as it is to begin discussing construction and renovating for this first phase, we are still not done with fundraising. For the more than 340 families who have already pledged towards the $6.1+ million we have received to date, thank you. We would not be where we're at without your generosity and your prayers of a successful campaign. For those of you who have yet to give, I kindly ask you consider making a pledge to this generational inspiring campaign. More importantly, when you're about to fill out the pledge card denoting your amount, I hope you do one of 2 things. Please either double your amount or add an extra 0, whatever is larger. Remember, no one became poor by giving away their time and or money. In conclusion, I hope someday our parish's efforts and sacrificial gifts during this campaign will inspire the next generation to not only grow their faith, but be filled with the Holy Spirit. More so, I pray that it will lead to inspiring another young boy or girl to want to continue to share the faith by attending Mass each weekend with their baptismal sponsor/godparent, who also happens to be my only living grandparent as well. I guess my parents got at least one thing right with my baptism. Thank you, and God bless.